Welcome to Negril, Jamaica, a tropical paradise where people come to enjoy the sandy beaches, calm turquoise waters, reggae music, and legendary sunsets. This video focuses on things close to Negril on the western tip of the island, since that's the area we've stayed in several times. And while there are fun things to do all around Jamaica, as one of the biggest Caribbean islands, you'll probably want to limit your search to things close by, unless you want to spend hours in a car or boat getting to other parts of the island. There are three popular areas to stay in Negril: the sandy beaches of Bloody Bay and 7 Mile Beach, or amongst the cliffs in the West End. We have always stayed in Bloody Bay at Sunset at the Palms. They're not a sponsor of this video or anything, but we would happily recommend them as one of the best value all-inclusive resorts in the Caribbean. If you're looking for something a little different than the mega resorts, Sunset at the Palms is a small, adults-only resort with romantic little bungalows set in the jungle and their own private slice of the beachfront. Something to note is that many tours, activities, and restaurants will be cash only, accepting US dollars and Jamaican dollars. So be sure to bring some cash for any adventures that interest you. Let's get into our top things to do in Negril, Jamaica.
Try some water sports. Jamaica's calm waters along the west coast make it the ultimate destination for water sports. Whether you're into paddleboarding, kayaking, sailing, water skiing, or just splashing around, you'll find plenty of ways to enjoy the water. Most resorts along Bloody Bay and Long Bay offer water sports included with your stay, each with a dedicated water sports shack right on the beach. For example, our resort includes free water activities through Scuba Carib, so we could easily enjoy everything from kayaking to sailing without worrying about the extra fees. Other resorts on the coast offer similar services through different companies, so if you're keen to try water sports, it's worth booking a resort where they're included.
We just wanted to bring up something super important to us while we're traveling, and that is travel medical insurance. You'll often find us doing outdoor activities like this, trying new foods, and getting into all types of adventures. Of course, we try to be as cautious as possible, but sometimes accidents happen. Something we recommend for all travelers is Safety Wing.
They're one of the best options we've found for travel medical insurance. They have coverage for 1-week trips like this one, or trips all the way up to like multi-month abroad adventures you might go on. And plans are pretty affordable and give you coverage up to $250,000. And the crazy part is there's a $0 deductible. So you can use it for anything, including the smallest claims, all the way up to major medical emergencies if you have one. And in addition, their plans cover other things like lost luggage or trip interruptions, other stuff like that that's helpful when you're on trips.
We'll drop a link to Safety Wing in the description below so you can check them out for your next trip.
Early mornings are perfect for exploring the calm bays. You'll likely spot colorful fish, turtles, and stingrays in the crystal clear waters. As the day goes on, the afternoon breeze picks up, making it the perfect time to head out for a sailing adventure. Well, if you know how to sail.
So by default, Safety Wings plans cover you for lots of like regular kind of leisure sport activities, kayaking, paddleboarding, sailing, a whole list of them. But if you know you're more the adventurous type, check out the Adventure Sports add-on, which we'll definitely throw on different trips if we're doing like motorbike rentals or getting into skydiving, parasailing, things that are a little bit more extreme.
If your resort doesn't include water sports, you might still be able to get a day-use access pass to a nearby resort. For instance, with Scuba Carib, you can book a pass to the Rio Resort for around $60 per person. This grants you access to all the resort's amenities, all-inclusive bars and restaurants, pools, and of course, their water sports equipment. But there are some unaffiliated businesses offering water sports that anyone can hire. Things like parasailing, water tubing, or whatever this thing is.
Rick's Café. This iconic bar and restaurant is one of the most famous attractions in all of Jamaica. Perfectly situated atop dramatic cliffs on the western tip of the island. It's known for cliff jumping and beautiful sunsets. They also have a swimming pool, several bars, a gift shop, and more. They have cliff jumping spots with all different heights, so anyone can participate. And locals often put on a show jumping from the highest perch.
So you will see us doing quite a bit of cliff jumping in this video, and I will say that that is not covered by Safety Wing. But the cliff jumping we've been doing is like highly sanctioned, so I feel pretty comfortable that with good technique, you're not going to get hurt.
Most people get here by car or by boat, and what kind of experience you're looking for might dictate how and when you visit. Rick's has grown so big and popular that it can definitely feel like a bit of a tourist trap. If you want to avoid the crowds, don't visit during mid-afternoon till sunset. Like when we arrived just after 3 p.m., there was practically nobody there, and by the time we left Rick's around 4:30, it was packed. We have always done the Sunset Catamaran cruise with Scuba Carib. This is definitely more of a party boat type trip with loud music, open bar, and dancing. And we also like that it includes a stop for snorkeling along the way. These type of big boat tours are offered daily from both 7 Mile Beach and Bloody Bay, the two primary beachfronts in Negril. But the negative of going with one of these big boat tours is that you're kind of stuck doing things with a big group, and the large boats cannot pull right up to the cliffs at Rick's, so most of them use a smaller powerboat to transfer people to and from land. And with a big group, this can be a bit of a tedious process. So for a more relaxed and customizable experience, consider hiring a private boat or car that can drop you off at a less popular time. Glass bottom boats are one of the most common smaller tour boats around Negril, and for just a couple people or a small group, that can be affordable as well. And also worth noting that if you actually want to be at Rick's for sunset, a car is a better option, since most of the quote-unquote sunset cruises will leave Rick's well before sunset to get back before dark.
Blue Hole Mineral Spring. Tucked away in the countryside near Negril, Blue Hole Mineral Spring is a natural wonder worth exploring. This enchanting natural spring sits inside a deep limestone cavern, creating a mesmerizing pool of crystal clear blue water. The entrance fee is $20 per person, but I'll admit, the taxi ride along the bumpy roads to get there isn't cheap. Our round-trip taxi ride cost us $80 for the two of us, and this was even after we haggled the price down.
I think if you rented a car, you could drive here, but it's kind of a bumpy road with a lot of potholes, so you have to be kind of careful, but it's not too crazy.
For the adventurous, jumping from the cliff's edge into the refreshing spring below is a must. But if you'd rather take it slow, a ladder allows for a more relaxed entry into the cool, mineral-rich water. Once inside, you'll swim, float, and soak while surrounded by the stunning limestone formations that make this spot unique. Afterwards, soak up the sun at their pool that is filled with the same mineral water, and their modest on-site bar can keep the drinks and music flowing if you want to indulge. Beyond the spring, there's an upper-level viewpoint at the resort, offering breathtaking panoramic ocean views, a perfect place to take in the lush beauty of Jamaica's countryside. To round out your adventure, you can also explore their weed farm here. This costs an additional $20 per person, but we felt the additional price was a bit steep for us, so we decided to skip it. But if it interests you, I think it can be a worthy Jamaican addition to your trip.
Explore Negril's 7 miles of beaches. If you like long walks on the beach, 7 miles ought to do it. While people often refer to Long Bay as 7 Mile Beach, it's actually more like 4 miles. And the full 7 mile coastline includes both Bloody Bay and Long Bay. But something to note is that the two bays aren't connected by beach. So to explore both, you'll need to walk along the road or take a taxi between the public access points. Luckily, most resorts provide direct beach access. So if you're staying along one of these bays, you'll have plenty of shoreline to enjoy. We always stay in Bloody Bay, so we've spent a lot of time walking these shores. Almost all of the beachfront here is lined with resorts, meaning public access is limited, but there's a small section where local vendors set up souvenir shops, which can be great for picking up unique gifts or handcrafted items. Since we've always stayed in Bloody Bay, we wanted to experience Long Bay, the other side of Negril's coastline. So we hopped in a taxi and headed over. The nearest public access point was the boardwalk, where we were greeted by a fun turtle pond, a public bar, and a few local shops before stepping onto the sand. From there, it was all crystal clear waters and endless beach views. Long Bay has a livelier vibe with beach bars, restaurants, and shops scattered along the shore, and is a bit more inviting to people who are not staying at the resorts on the beach. One thing that's true for both bays is the presence of local vendors walking the beach selling their goods, and they can be persistent. If you're not interested, the best approach is to hug the shoreline and politely ignore them. Otherwise, they'll invite themselves over and try every tactic to make a sale. After visiting Jamaica several times now, our perspective on the beach vendors has changed a little bit. At first, it felt a little annoying, but now it kind of brings a little bit of nostalgia. We've seen the same vendors year after year, wearing the same outfits, chanting the same slogans, and some even remember us. As a first-time visitor though, it can definitely feel overwhelming, but you get pretty good at politely saying, "No thank you," or the line that never fails is, "Have a blessed day." If your accommodation isn't located along these two bays, or if you're visiting Negril from a different area, we'd suggest spending time on Long Bay. It has better public access, more amenities, and plenty of spots to rent lounge chairs and soak up the sun.
Explore the cliffs along the west coast. Jamaica's west side is home to some of the most breathtaking cliffs offering jaw-dropping views where rugged limestone meets the deep blue Caribbean Sea. The best way to experience these stunning cliffs is either staying in Negril's West End, where boutique hotels and cliffside resorts offer unreal views above the cliffs, or to explore them from the water on a boat tour. Many cliffside resorts not only give you front row seats to epic sunsets, but also offer direct access to the ocean, hidden swimming spots, and even secret caves waiting to be explored. One popular secret cave worth adding to your Negril bucket list is Joseph's Cave. You can reach the spot by car, but you'll need a guide or a reservation to enter. But if you love discovering hidden gems, it's definitely a spot to consider. For most visitors, a boat tour is the best way to experience these cliffs. These tours cruise along the coastline, stopping at hidden caves, offering snorkeling in crystal clear waters, and even giving you the chance to take the leap with some cliff jumping at safe, well-known spots. Whether you're here to soak in the scenery or chase a thrill, the cliffs of Negril promise an unforgettable adventure.
Go snorkeling. Snorkeling in Negril is a fantastic way to experience Jamaica's underwater world, offering clear water, unique coral formations, and tropical marine life. While the reefs have faced challenges over years due to overfishing, pollution, hurricanes, disease, etc., there's still plenty to see, especially if you take a boat tour to offshore reef sites where the marine life is more abundant. We've always been to Sandy Key Reef, but I believe there are others as well. Many resorts offer guided snorkeling trips, or you can book a private tour with a local boat operator for a more personalized experience. You might spot colorful fish, stingrays, or even sea turtles gliding through the water. To help protect the reefs and keep them thriving, we encourage you to choose a reef-safe sunscreen, like Sea to Stream or similar. Traditional sunscreens contain chemicals that can harm coral, but mineral-based options allow you to enjoy the ocean while preserving its beauty for future generations. While Negril may not have the most abundant marine life compared to other destinations, it's still a peaceful and scenic way to explore beneath the waves. Every snorkel trip is unique. With the sun shining and the crystal clear water surrounding you, it's a great way to spend some time in the Caribbean Sea. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, give it a like to help our channel grow.
Try Jamaica's local cuisines. One of the tastiest ways to experience Jamaica's vibrant culture is through its flavor-packed cuisine. From smoky, tangy jerk chicken and pork to fresh, buttery reggae lobster, every bite bursts with Caribbean flavor. One thing to note about Caribbean lobsters is they don't have claws, which in our opinion is debatably the best part of Maine lobsters. Since our resort offers all-inclusive dining, we had the chance to enjoy jerk-style dishes daily, along with reggae lobsters on select nights, each prepared with a unique twist on Jamaican flavors. If your resort doesn't offer these dishes, or you just want to explore off-resort dining, Office of Nature on Bloody Bay is a great spot to check out. This place is always buzzing with tourists. Here, you can even hand-pick your own lobster straight from their shoreline enclosure before it's grilled to perfection. But keep in mind, lobster isn't necessarily cheaper in the Caribbean, with smaller ones starting around $25 and prices climbing based on size. Of course, there are plenty of other great restaurants to try in Negril. Ask a local for recommendations near your accommodation. You never know what hidden gem you might find.
You can find other suggestions of things to do in Negril in the description below and also on our blog, tworoamingsouls.com. And don't forget to check out Safety Wing for peace of mind on your next trip. Thanks for coming along on another Two Roaming Souls adventure. Subscribe to our channel for more travel and adventure content, and we'll catch you on the next one.